So, China has rolled out this massive national strategy called the AI Plus Action Plan. The goal? To weave artificial intelligence into the very fabric of its economy. But, and this is a big but, there's a huge gap between that top-down vision and what's actually happening for businesses on the ground. Today, we're going to break down this blueprint, figure out what that gap is all about, and ask the big question: how can companies actually make this AI dream a reality? And, this quote really hits the nail on the head. We're not just talking about buying some fancy new software. The real revolution, the thing that actually matters, is how AI fundamentally changes the way we think, the way we organize, and the way we work. It's a total transformation, not just another tech upgrade.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll get a handle on the grand national plan itself. Then, we'll look at the specific areas it's supposed to impact. After that, we'll dive into the big mystery. Why does it so often fail when it gets to the front lines? And finally, we'll explore the real blueprint for success, what it actually takes to build a truly AI-native organization.
All right, first up, the blueprint. Back in 2025, China officially launched this AI Plus action plan. And let's be clear, this wasn't just some policy paper to be filed away. Oh no. This signaled a major strategic shift, moving away from just experimenting with AI to a full-scale, systematic push to embed it across the entire country. The government is literally laying the foundation for a whole new intelligent future. Now, what I find fascinating here is just how clearly this whole ambition is staged out. This isn't some vague dream. It's a super detailed three-phase journey. It kicks off with deep integration into key industries by 2027, then ramps up to AI empowering national growth by 2030, and the grand finale, a fully intelligent society by 2035. So let's really put that in perspective. By 2027, the goal is for AI to be woven into the fabric of major industries. By 2030, it's supposed to be a core engine of the economy. And by 2035, the vision is a society where intelligent systems are just normal. You can really see the ambition escalating here. It's a deliberate, decade-long plan to completely reshape a nation.
Okay, so where is all this epic transformation supposed to happen? Well, the plan zeroes in on 6 core arenas. And what's really important to get is that this isn't just about tech companies. This is about overhauling society itself.
And this framework, this really captures the sheer scope of the strategy. It's a complete ecosystem. You can see right away, it's not just about industry and tech. It connects everything from the consumer experience and public services, all the way to governance and even global cooperation. It's a truly holistic approach. And here are those 6 pillars. You've got science and tech to drive innovation, and industrial development to upgrade manufacturing. But look how it extends into daily life, improving consumption with things like personalized services, and enhancing people's livelihood in areas like healthcare. It even includes governance and global cooperation. It's a plan designed to touch literally every single aspect of society. But here's the twist. Despite this incredibly clear, incredibly ambitious national strategy, there is a massive disconnect when it comes to actually implementing it. This is what the source calls the last mile problem. Just look at this number. According to the research, a staggering 95% of enterprise AI projects fail to deliver their expected returns. 95%. That is a colossal failure rate, and it tells us one thing loud and clear. Just buying the technology is not the answer. Which leads us to the absolute core question of this explainer. If the government's vision is so crystal clear, why is the reality on the ground so incredibly tough for businesses? What in the world is going wrong in that last mile between the boardroom strategy and the frontline reality? Well, the source breaks it down into 3 key disconnects. First step, a cognitive disconnect. This is when leadership sees AI as just another tool you can buy, not a new way of thinking. The result? You get what they call AI ornaments, expensive tech that looks nice but doesn't actually do much. Second, an organizational disconnect. Your tech and business teams are in their own silos, not speaking the same language. So AI projects end up as these lonely islands instead of company assets. And third, a capability disconnect. Your employees simply don't have the skills to work with the AI, so these powerful new tools just sit there, gathering dust. So, how do you fix this last mile problem? The answer isn't a new piece of software. Nope. It's a fundamental rewiring of the entire company, and it happens through 3 essential transformations. And it all starts with cognition, basically how you think. This framework shows the mental leap that's required. It's a shift on 3 different axes. You have to move from one-off projects to integrated systems, from relying on gut feelings to data-driven learning. and from seeing AI as a tool to seeing it as a core part of your strategy. So, the first transformation is all about that mindset. Leaders have to stop asking, what tools should we buy, and start asking, how can an AI first approach completely reshape our entire business? It's a huge shift from being a technology user to becoming an intelligence builder. Next up, the organization itself has to evolve. Those old school top down pyramids, they're just too slow and too rigid for the AI era. The future is all about dynamic networks, where humans and AI agents work together in these fluid, fast moving teams. Information flows freely, and decisions get made much closer to the action.
And finally, the capability transformation. This one's all about your people. An AI-native workforce doesn't just use AI, they collaborate with it. That means building new skills, like knowing how to ask the right questions, how to design good prompts, and how to work side by side with AI to solve really complex problems. It's about turning every single employee into a co-creator.
When you get all three of these transformations working together, you start to build something entirely new, an AI native organization. And that is the ultimate destination on this journey. So, what exactly is an AI native enterprise? Well, it's a company where AI isn't some add on, it's literally part of its DNA. Intelligence is baked into every single process, every decision, and the very structure of the organization. It's not just a company that uses AI, it's a company that thinks with AI. This visual here just perfectly illustrates that journey. It's like climbing a staircase. You start at the bottom with basic automation. Then you move up to collaboration, and then to becoming a true learning organization. The highest levels are autonomy, where AI systems can act independently. And the final step, the peak, is organizational intelligence, a state of constant, relentless learning and evolution. Which brings us to the final and most critical question. The national strategies are out there, but the real battle is internal. The old way of doing things, building companies just for stability, that's not going to cut it in the AI era. So the question every single leader needs to be asking themselves is this: is my organization built just to last, or is it built to learn? Because in this new world, that's the only thing that's going to matter.